Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Avowed. Me, BringItDon. Re-equip my shield, and then find the way forward. So I know that we can go up. No question about that. But as for this path... looks like we might come down from that to access it. We can always come back if not. Now, assuming this loops around. Oh, here's something. Barely noticed that glow. Let's go ahead and... oh, come on, Yatzli. Here it is. Alright, Kai, what you got, buddy?
Let's see what you got.
I'll take my health back, thank you.
Down, dearie. I let you have that one.
Huh, he was dead, but he looked like he was about to swing again before he fell down. Good, that's the material that I need right there. The glasswood branch. So that might be the way forward. What's over here? Besides a door.
This place feels familiar. Hurry, let's go inside.
This seems to be Yatzli's little story segment. So maybe she was a goddess in her past life.
This is the library from my dreams. This looks like the Akita building this place. Clearly they wanted their story preserved, no matter the cost.
Alright, Akitan tablet. A tablet that looks relatively new and half-finished. There's some diagrams that imply the unintelligible text is about a ritual of some kind. But without being able to read Akitan, that's all that can be gleaned. Luckily I know a guy. Or, well, you know, a girl. I know somebody.
Garlawain's gonads. Look! It's even the same hearth from my dream. And that's the chair. It's the picture of coziness.
I don't know that I'd call this place cozy.
It's plush and warm, Envoy. What more do you want? Finally, you've arrived. Ah, there it spells. That took 10 years off my life. Wait. You must be the librarian from my dreams. Oh, it's a pleasure to finally meet you. Oh, though, you do look quite familiar.
You could be twins. Except your hair's better.
It has been quite some time. Too many years to number. Of course. You are an ancestor? A very fashionable one at that. No, child. We are the keeper of these tablets. Or have you already forgotten? Oh, of course. I was you in a past life. Oh, I'm such a fool. You lived with animancers, and yet the idea of awakening to your past lives never entered your mind.
This is definitely sounding like one of Giada's ghost stories.
I was the last of the Akita. Once the attack started, a few of us were charged with preserving as much of our history as we could. So we retreated with as much as we could carry. The attacks? You must mean... the Magfolk attacks. Yes, we've... heard. Is that the reason for the bodies outside? Yes. Your monstrous gods, who bought their divinity with blood and the souls of their faithful. They tried to butcher every last one of us.
You just sat here and listened till all your friends die.
Yes. There was little else I could do. I'm a scholar, not a fighter. A lesson I'm glad you learned. But how did the Magfolk reach you in here? They didn't. Between the screams of my kin being slaughtered and the screeching of the Magfolk, I couldn't breathe. That's the screeching I heard in my dream, Envoy. I knew I recognized it when we killed that Magfolk. Once it was gone, there was nothing left. And perversely, I found the quiet worse. So I decided on another way. One that wouldn't give your gods the satisfaction. Poison? Well, at least you washed it down with some good wine.
I'm sure she would have preferred living.
You're not helping, Envoy.
No.
Yatzli, you know what you must do now. I abandoned my duty to protect our history, but you... someone must tell the story of the Akita, and there is no one else. I'm already an expert. What more do you want me to do? Oh, think about it, Yatzli. You have been training to be the new protector of this collection since childhood. I couldn't ask for a better successor. But that was your duty. I have my own dreams. Yatzli, if you do not become the new librarian, there will be no other. The stories of the Akita will turn to dust, and my people, our people, will be forgotten. Just as the burned queen wanted all along, when she sent her magfolk to choke the life from us. This is all too much. What do you think, Envoy?
Well, I think you're going to have to do it as much as you could cheat me for destroying godless ruins and the like. I mean, Yeah. Time to step up, Yatzli. Sucks when the shoe's on your foot, doesn't it? Yeah, there isn't anyone else who can do this.
I'm already intrigued. You don't need to lay on the guilt, Envoy. I am so glad that one of Sabadal's chosen stands with you, Yatzli. Our time is at an end, Yatzli. It's time for me to go. Wait! I've not even asked you any questions! Tell me about your marriage rights. Oh, did you mean for all your buildings to look so phallic? Unfortunately, my time is at an end. You must keep Yatzli alive. She is the last hope of the Akita. So this is goodbye. I wish we could have... No. I wish that all of you had a better ending. Choose well, Yatzli. And good luck. She's gone. Forgive me, Envoy, but we should get going. We can talk back in camp. Later.
Yeah, so she had no problem choosing the godless stuff, ruins, and history over hundreds, possibly thousands of other lives. But when it came to her personal goals, she's like, well, I don't know. It's going to affect me now.
I would want the same thing.
What a... Oh. Can't wait to get Marius back in my party. Like, wait, this can affect me? Well, now I don't know. That's a tough choice. Yeah, right, Yatzli. Yeah, right. Normally I'd probably leave it up to her, but the way she's been acting all game, absolutely not. Hi, I'm Macfolk Orison 8. Life is a prayer. My faith has been rewarded. God Function has sent unto me a kith, a dwarf named Theodore, who awakened me with Mogren's prayers. Theodore worships me, and in his prayer I see the reflection of Prayback. Once again I have purpose. Theodore tells me he comes from a settlement named Solace, and that in this settlement there once dwelt a dwarf named Nandru, who received divine knowledge from no divinity. For the first time in many multiples of task time, I think that I can truly pray. I can fulfill God Function. I must go into Solace and discover all traces of the Insisted, and utterly extirpate whatever remains of them. Praise God Function. Oh, this must have been the rogue.
I'll never understand the Akitan love for death traps.
I'm starting to think these people killed themselves off.
Double whoops. That might be the magfolk that attacked Solace that we kept reading about. A couple of the items we found talked about it. Of course, I was trying to provide commentary and not pay attention to what I was doing. It's alright, just a hop and a skip away. Be kind of cool if we could parry the traps and break them.
I'll never understand the Akitan love for death traps.
I'm starting to think these people killed themselves off.
Geronimo! Brooch's Spreading Flame. Fire damage has a 50% chance to jump to nearby enemies. This bronze brooch, set with a magnificent fire opal, is a beloved accessory for pyromancers everywhere. When its wearer channels fire magic, the gem glows with a brilliant light. The weak of will must exercise caution when wearing this brooch, as it drives lesser minds to commit increasingly more destructive acts of arson. Oh, did I walk past Strangled Audra earlier? I saw that on the map, but I completely, like, I don't know, I didn't register it. Maybe we fast travel back to the other camp after we activate this one.
Let's take a break before we continue.
Good idea, buddy. Plus, Yatzli wants to talk.
There's always a weird sort of quiet on the eve of battle. I'm feeling that now. Seems like a good time to gather our thoughts and share a drink before whatever's coming.
Right. This seems like a perfect place to stop and relax.
Though it's hard enough to tell what's real here without a belly full of drink.
Sounds like you're nervous, dearie.
I'm feeling all kinds of ways. Anxious, excited, scared, hungry.
I feel it as well. It is only mortal to feel overwhelmed in the presence of the immortal.
Are you going to be alright, Kai?
Oh, you don't have to worry about me. Getting to see that vision of Tama did me good. Like, I finally let go of something I'd been holding too long. Now that we're here, I'm eager to see this through. Nothing worse than holding your breath and waiting.
I'm glad to have you with me, Kai.
Same. I'd rather have good company in a prison than paradise alone.
How about you, Marius?
I had a feeling you might ask me that. I'm not sure I've really worked through what I've seen here, but I am grateful for the chance to see Yonko again. I feel like we're almost done with all of this, but we are in the weirdest place in the world, so who knows? I'm completely baffled, but when haven't I been lately? Being afraid doesn't even feel scary anymore.
Are you doing okay, Giada?
I think so. The garden is so much more than I expected. Full of contradictions. Wild, yet serene. Truthfully, I didn't come all this way searching for my own answers. But I found them. Or perhaps they found me. And now, it's like there's a new path laid out before me. A life after the Dream Scourge. We're close to something. A threshold between calm and crisis. Conflict and peace. Life and death.
No one's dying on my watch.
Thank goodness. I don't know what happens if you die in the garden, but I'm sure it's complicated.
What about you, Yatzli?
Well, I won't lie to you, Envoy. A lot's happened. It's not every day that you learn that you're the last hope to carry on a legacy, but... well, here we are. Never literally talked to myself before either. I think I annoyed her. Me? Oh, I think I need another drink. But here we are. I just need a moment to take it all in.
Phrasing.
Glad to see I've rubbed off on you, Envoy. And I wouldn't worry. Our little group here is perfectly frightening, and I'm sure our enemies would agree. We'll be fine. I can't speak for anyone else, though.
You've listened to all of us. How about you? You've been through a lot since you arrived. You've been shipwrecked and assassinated, harangued by gods, bureaucrats, and a death guard. You've had your soul poked, your loyalties questioned, and your sleep regularly interrupted by a god with no respect for privacy. And yet you've kept yourself and all of us together. How are you really doing?
Better than I thought.
You're very resilient. Under different circumstances, I would credit your nature as a godlike. But we all know better. You're strong enough to survive anything. Zapadal picked a good soul when they made you.
That actually made sense to me. As if I've learned something about souls and whatnot.
I'll take that as a compliment.
How about you, Envoy? What keeps you so stoic in the face of everything?
Well, I can't make a lot of expressions with my face, for starters. Wink. If I told you, it wouldn't be a secret.
No, you tease.
When we first met, I didn't think you'd last long. But then I saw how you handled that dream thrall there. Shook off your own death like a bad cold. And then you confronted your own killer and let him go. Takes a special kind of strength to stay your hand in a moment like that.
I didn't know much about you at that point. You were traveling with Kai and you died, which I thought made a lot of sense.
I remember your calm. How you listened to my shouting match with the governor and actually heard me. You saved my city and gave me a home. A sanctuary where I could be myself. I'll never forget that.
You were my hero right away. You rescued me from those sporlings. You got my priceless vase. What more could a girl ask for?
And now look at you. Look at us. How far we've come in a short time.
Five oddballs on a mission to confront a god. What could go wrong?
Quite a lot, as it turns out. But the journey is worth it.
Not to raise the sails before the anchor, but we left trouble in our wake. Fjord, Thirdborn, Solace. If we make it out of here, it won't be to a living lands suddenly at peace.
Just this once. Could we forget about the rest of the living lands? Some of us could use a break.
Oh, that doesn't mean it's Giada's scary story time, does it?
I thought my stories were insightful.
If we can't take a moment to ourselves on a floating island outside reality, then I don't know where we can.
Everyone get some rest. We could all use it.
Right. We could all use some beauty rest. We'll want to look our best on the battlefield, won't we?
Sleep well. Well,
The sand's right below me.
tomorrow we finish this together.
Oh, Envoy. Have you recovered yet from our chat in the library? I don't think I have yet, but maybe talking it out will help.
Perhaps if we just look at things logically, we can come to a satisfactory conclusion.
Well, it's worth a try. It's just... we already have a lot to take care of, don't we? We have a god and an empire both vying for our attention, and now I have this legacy forced on me. I was already unsure what to do, and now a third option appears like the world's worst surprise. But it makes sense. My whole life has been about the godless in one way or another. It explains why I knew the language, why I felt so drawn to the ruins.
It sounds like you want to be the new librarian.
Maybe. It certainly doesn't sound too awful. It's not an answer I would have expected, but it's an answer. And now that I know, I kind of thought, well, honestly, I feel more full. Like a puzzle piece sliding right back into place. No matter what happens, Even if my path doesn't lead to the library, I feel better than I have in ages.
And the answer even gives you a whole new direction for your life.
Oh, I was just thinking I needed more options. How did you know? I think... For the first time in my life, I don't know what to do.
Congratulations, Yatzli. Now you're just like the rest of us.
No matter what, I've always known exactly what I want. But this is the first time I've had more options than time in the day. What do you think?
Yeah, your whole life has been about the goblins. You can't stop now.
You're right. The Akita have been with me my whole life, in one way or another. I owe it to them and myself to see it through to the end. Thank you, Envoy. I've been agonizing over this for longer than I want to admit. Finally picking a destination makes the journey a lot easier. Oh, but I am not looking forward to telling Quilici.
He'll understand. Your happiness and fulfillment are everything to him.
Well, come on. We've bigger things to deal with. Literally, in Sapadal's case. Much as I'm loath to relinquish the spotlight, we should be off. And Envoy, thank you, truly. Now, let's go.
First things first. See if we can make this jump. See, oh, actually, I think we can survive that. Here we go. Oh, look at that.
What is happening? As the affliction faster even here? It threatens our heart. We cannot fight this invasion alone.
Yeah, pull yourself together. You're a god. This is your domain.
Your resolve must be ours. We try. We try.
Oh, is that it? Hey, welcome, guys. Alright. That was easy. So, we just had the final conversations with all of our companions. I'm wondering if like, this is the last stretch. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
How did you and Quilici meet? For some reason, he won't tell me the story. Was it scandalous? Did you seduce him away from a noble heiress, and now you're both in hiding?
No, it's a tale as old as time, my dear. We locked eyes across the bar back in Fior, and he was a goner. The moment he found out I wanted to see Nakutadek, he offered to take me there. So off we went. And once I'd gotten my fill of the ruin's exterior, we had just enough time left to explore each other.
Research and romance. When I find my special someone, I can only hope our meeting is as educational as yours.
Alright, I guess we can do some housekeeping real quick. Well, I don't have that much more stuff. Unfortunately. I only need one more glasswood branch. Let's check the old stash just to make sure I'm not missing. I didn't miss a item I could break down. There's one. Hey, look at that. Just enough. Look at us.
This might sound weird, but can I have some of your fur?
Well, that's quite the way to start a conversation. Why do you want my fur?
I think I could use it as insulation.
Well, if you want me to keep you warm at night, you need only ask, darling. The Quilichi might have something to say about it.
Right. Well, sorry I asked.
Saw where that conversation was going. Alright, let's exit here. Well, we've got a path forward. Nightfolk, Orison, 4. Okay, then we missed 4. I hate this lost fallen form. I hate its feet. I hate its hands. I hate its calves. I hate its thighs. I hate its empty loins. I hate its solid belly. I hate its metal chest. I hate its clumsy arms. I hate its upturned begging face. I do not want to be this kind of thing I am. Whew. A life is a prayer. Present the will of God function, and our design is to withdraw from God. I penalize myself with blows to the belly and the soles of my feet. I is the word for this emanation of God function. We is the word for all the emanations of God function assigned to this task. But the task is done. There is no more prayback. What do we do now? What do I do now? If I cannot do, what can I even be? Oh man, identity crisis. Little, Alright. I do think before we go down there, I'm going to call it here. The episode might be a little shorter than usual. But, you know, the end of the game is always going to be pretty lengthy.
Nice of someone to mark that spot for us.
Gods, this is the place.
But alright, I am going to call it here. Next time I guess we meet Sapadal. Yo, face to face for the first time. And go from there. But for now, thanks for watching. And I hope to see you guys in the next one.